Okay, to continue with the dissection, we are going to locate the pharynx and the larynx. And of course the pharynx is going to be at the very upper portion, also the throat area. And then once you pass that, you're going to get into the larynx. And of course we have the larynx, and here's the trachea. You can see the trachea. Okay, now the trachea leads down into the bronchi, which if we follow the bronchi, you're going to see a little area right here. Not sure if you can see that. If you push back the lung, you can see where the trachea actually leads down to each side the bronchi. There's a little tubing right here. Okay, so the bronchi, like I said, you follow the trachea and you'll find the bronchi right here on each side. Okay, now the lungs, you'll be able to see the lungs on each side. So you have on the left side the 2 lobes, and then on the right side you have 1, 2, 3 lobes. So if you can see the lungs right here. Okay, so those are the lungs, and you're going to find your heart. You lift up the thymus gland. You're going to find your heart right here. So it's sitting right here inside the left cavity where the lungs are. So right here, and you have the pericardium. So this is the heart. Okay, so now we go to the diaphragm, and the diaphragm is this muscle, actually the cavity right where it separates from the abdomen, but it's this muscle that you had to cut through and kind of had to split it in order to dissect. But this muscle tissue right in here is the diaphragm, and that's what opens up our lungs and helps pull air in. The liver, okay, so the liver is very prominent. The liver is actually right here, and you have different lobes of the liver, as you can see. So the liver. Okay. Now the gallbladder, if you lift up the liver, and you see this little green sac right here. You see that? Let's see. Again, this is the gallbladder. Is it right underneath the liver, and it leads into the stomach area. So therefore we have the gallbladder to the stomach. So this pouch right here, this is the stomach. Okay, now once you pass the stomach, you're going to get into, if you follow the end of it, you're going to find the duodenum, which is the portion right past the stomach entering into the small intestine. So you have the duodenum, and while you're in that area, you're going to find the pancreas. Make sure you can see that. So the pancreas, you can see, is right here. That's the pancreas. Okay, once you pass the pancreas, we can also find the spleen, and it kind of wraps around back behind the stomach. So this very red area, this is the spleen. A lot of our blood cells, so the spleen. Okay, so rectum, I'm sorry, we passed the small intestine. So duodenum, the pancreas, and the spleen. So there, after that, you're going to look at the stomach contents. So the small intestine is right here. The large intestine has more ridges, so that's the large intestine. Now you have the rectum, and if you lift up, so the rectum, you might be able to see, is right down in this canal right here. You can actually see the colon leading down into the rectum, and it goes out through the bottom. Okay, so you have the rectum, the kidneys. If you pull back, you can see a kidney on each side, back behind. So you have the 2 kidneys. Okay, so again, those are the kidneys. And then you have the urinary bladder. So you're going to find the urinary bladder right here. This is the urinary bladder. You can kind of see the shape of it. Okay, and the ureters. There's going to be 1 on each side. Let's see. Right here, the ureters. They lead into the bladder. Okay, and so since we have a male, we have the penis right here, and we also have the testes. So the testes are located right here. You can kind of feel there's 1 on each side, and kind of closer together. Okay, so that is all of the portions. Now we're going to pause the video. Okay, we skipped over it, but I was going to also locate the esophagus. And let's see, if we go behind the trachea, there is a flexible tubing, and that would be the esophagus. So if we cut out the stomach very carefully, the stomach contents. Okay. Okay. So here we have the stomach, and we're going to open up the inside of it. I'm going to pour out the contents of the stomach first. Okay. Alright. So again, we have the stomach. We're just going to reverse or open up the stomach so we can see it a little better. So here you go. You kind of feel the coating of the stomach. It's very flexible, and you can pull it apart. Okay, so now we're going to go something in there. Okay, so we're going to also open up to the small intestine. Okay. We're just going to take a piece of the small intestine out. So here's a portion of the small intestine. You can see it still has fluid inside. We can actually look inside of the small intestine as well. You can kind of see it has a rougher appearance with the cilia and the microvilli. You can kind of see the inside of the small intestine. Okay, and again, the stomach, the inside of the stomach. There's different folds in there. You can kind of see a little bit better right here, the different folds, almost like ridge-like. Okay, and that completes our portion of the fetal pig dissection.